Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Substrika Army. My name is Jacob as always, and welcome to Pokemon Hot Takes, where we go over your hot takes, the hottest of the hot. Every Saturday, I ask you guys in the Discord, what's your hot takes? We go over them, or you can just leave a comment on this video, and I'll look at those as we're doing the video to make sure there is nothing to go over there, or if there is, we'll go over it as well. But make sure you guys subscribe. We upload daily Pokemon content. I guarantee you're going to love this channel as we're on the road to 100,000 subscribers by year's end, and that dream and goal of mine, being a full-time content creator, can and will happen with you guys. If you guys support, we can do it. So make sure you guys join the Discord in the description down below or leave a comment. So let's get started. First up, we have Brody, who says Mega Evolution is overrated. It's just kind of an average gimmick. Brody, buddy. No. We don't have to start a war here. We don't have to. We can be civil. But anyway, point is, Pokemon Mega Evolution, to me, subjectively speaking, is not overrated. I respect your opinion, but I just have to so wholeheartedly disagree to that opinion because I love Megas. I do agree it might be a little bit overrated, but not fully. I think some people overrate it, but it's also an amazing gimmick in my opinion too. I wish we got more Megas, and every time we talk about Megas, where's Mega Substrika? Okay, I digress. Let's move it on. Next, Zach says, Pokemon doesn't need a new gimmick, Mega Evolution, Z-Moose, etc. every generation to sell. The main series games didn't have one prior to X and Y. They just sold fine. You're right. That's completely true. Now, I think Pokemon's in it because, bigger equals better. The more the merrier. Now that they've done gimmicks for so long, I don't think they're ever going to get rid of them. So come 2025, when Generation 10 inevitably happens, because I don't understand why people don't think it's going to happen in 2025, it's going to happen in 2025, because every 3 years since Generation 6, it's happened. But anyway, I agree. I don't think they need gimmicks. I think they need to create a good story. I do like how they're trying to make it more open-worldy where you can kind of explore whatever. I think they had a good foundation in Scarlet and Violet. I think the story with Arven and Mabosstiff and stuff was really, really good. I think the Team Star and stuff was actually pretty good too because, you overcame bullies and you were the true bully. You figured out you were the true bully and then you overcame that and had to overcome adversity. And then Nimona was just kind of there for me. I don't know. I like Penny and Arven. I wasn't a big fan of Nimona. She's just kind of there. And then anyway, but yeah, I agree. You don't need a new gimmick every generation. They're gonna continuously do it, I believe, because I think that's what their mindset is. We need to create something bigger. What is it gonna be? Combining Z-Moves, Megas, Dynamax, and Terra all in one? Oh, please don't do that. Oh God, I don't want to do that. No, please, God, no. Bryce says Mythicals need to feel special again. A lot of them just exist at this point. Zarude, Zeraora, for example. I miss when we had special events for Pokemon like Darkrai, Cresselia, Shaman, etc. But Gen 9 did give us Peturunt. I get it right? I probably didn't get it right. Roast me in the comments. To have a story to make it feel special, so props to that. So yeah, I agree. I think Mythicals would feel more special. By the way, who's your guys' favorite Mythical? Leave it in the comments. Mine is Manaphy. I love Manaphy. But yeah, I do think Bry's right. I think they could have done so much. Like even with Zeraora, I think Zeraora, objectively speaking, is a really cool design. Has a really good stat spread. It gets awesome coverage moves. It can be a setup sweeper. It can be a choice bandamon. I love Zeraora. I think it's really cool. However, yeah, they definitely need to have more stories and stuff. Darkrai and Cresselia, like even little notes. Like I believe there is a house in Cantilever City. Wasn't there like a boy in the house that was under a nightmare for so long? Or they said something like that. There was some sort of event with it, right? I believe so. I think that was the event he's referring to. But I could be corrected. So leave a comment if I need to be corrected. Yummy Joshua says, hot take. When will GameFreak decide to put the end of version exclusive Pokemon and just make it a rare chance to encounter it? For example, Sock shows up more in Pokemon White, but rare chance like 1% to encounter Pokemon Black. I agree. Yes. Do that. Because, think about it this way. Yes, the internet is around. Do they even have a GTS anymore? I don't think they have a GTS anymore like they had Gen 4 or 5, etc. where you can just type in a Pokemon and then get, well, maybe they do. I don't know. I haven't really traded. But just, for example, say you're a young, like a teenager or like 9, 10 years old. You don't have a brother or a sister, say you're an only child, and your parents get you Scarlet, but they didn't get you Violet. And then you have, like, you don't really have any friends, or say you're homeschooled or whatever too. And so I know that's like few and far between. Somebody probably has somebody to trade for that exclusive Pokemon, especially with the internet nowadays. But think about it back when in like Red and Blue, when you're a young kid like that, and you know of exclusive Pokemon, and you don't have siblings, or you're homeschooled back in the 90s, you aren't getting that Pokemon. So I agree, they should do what they did in Black and White, have Sock be more popular or have a better chance of being found in a specific version, but then still have a chance to get that Pokemon. Like, I get for Scarlet and Violet, Violet's more in the future, Scarlet's more in the past, because it's for the past Paradox Pokemon and the future Paradox Pokemon, and I do think that's really cool, but I don't think you should have to, I don't like that fully. But yeah, no, I do agree for the most part. But I do still think it was cool in Scarlet and Violet with the future and past. Samuel Disbelief says, the new Pokemon games are bad now. They aren't bad games, but Pokemon is one, if not one of the biggest franchises of all time. And with that, it comes to the point where games like Palworld are just better, not only because of the price, but also because of fun. And sure, Palworld has its glitches, but so did Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Yes, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet did have its glitches. I do fully admit that there were glitches. I think most of them are pretty patched up. I haven't had an issue with it. Then again, I don't play it a lot. I usually do random videos like this. I play ROM hacks, fan-made games. I play a lot of fun things. I just do a whole bunch of different stuff, you know. But I can understand somebody enjoying Palworld. It's not my cup of tea or a cup of coffee, as I like to say. But I can understand that mindset. I think Pokemon does need to improve their stuff. Because it's just like WWE wrestling, right? You had AEW come around in 2019, and yes, they're not bigger than WWE. WWE is still by far the biggest wrestling promotion in the world, but you have to step things up, and I think WWE has done a good job with Triple H running the helm, and I think Game Freak and Nintendo need to do a better job with Pokemon to make it not just like there's a point. They're never going to make it like more than PG-13. I don't even think they're ever going to make that PG-13 even. I think it's always going to be the same rating as it's always been. And they're not really going to introduce a lot of mature themes like other games can. However, Palworld literally took like designs from Pokemon. They it's like carbon copies for some of them. Like they look slightly similar. I can understand and respect if you want to enjoy Palworld. I'm not going to tell you not to enjoy it. Like if that's what you enjoy, that's what you enjoy. So, you know, exactly. Next up we have Forever Alone, aka Lord Impidimp says, Impidimp is the best Pokemon overall. I mean, can you argue it? It's Impidimp. It's a dark fairy type. It gets Prankster. There's not much more else to be said about it. And it defeats the evil abomination that we do not mention his name. I will never mention the abomination's name. I will always call it Abomination for you, Alan. But yeah, I agree. Impidimp's best. No debate. Kirsten Quinn says, Palworld is a different kind of game, so it's not plagiarism. And Palworld will be competitive or competition for Pokemon, so it's fine are contradictory statements. They are contradictory statements. Both of them cannot be objectively true. One has to, it's like, yeah, they're contradictory, 100%. Like, no doubt. Like, I don't understand. Like, again, we were just talking about Palworld a couple questions ago, or a couple statements ago. So if you enjoy Palworld, by all means enjoy Palworld. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. 1,000,000% enjoy it. I will not tell you not what to enjoy in life. If it's not hurting anyone, enjoy whatever you want. If it can't hurt anyone. Like, if you enjoy the Chicago Bears football team, or if you enjoy Michigan State, you know, just enjoy what you enjoy. But yeah, they are contradictory statements, and I do agree, Kirsten. Well, I haven't really disagreed with anyone today. We need to fix that. Grimboy says, Palworld is what Gen 9 should have been as an evolution of Legends Arceus instead of the horrible mix of open world and standard Pokemon we got. Plus, we lost quality of life features from Legends like the shiny sound and the visual throwing of Pokeballs out of combat. Honestly, so I wasn't a huge fan of Legends Arceus, which I have made that very well known. I do have to disagree. Palworld is not what Gen 9 should have been, because Gen 9 and Pokemon in general are never really going to get that mature. There's guns in Palworld. There's never going to be that in Pokemon. And I like certain aspects of the open world element, but I also think it should be combined with a little bit of a linear element as well. So I think there's things to be taken from each game. So they should take the best features from every Pokemon game they've ever made, and that's what they should make into Generation 10. That is what I personally think. Now, do I think that's going to happen 100%? No. But they could take a whole lot of things that they've done right over the years and make that into Generation 10, because technology is a beautiful thing, and they can do it into 2024 into 2025 when the games come out. But yeah, I'd have to disagree with that. So we finally disagreed with something. Yay! Woo! Anyway, next up, we have Third Gen Gamer who says, Heart Gold and Soul Silver were the last good remakes, and it was the start of the downfall for the remake games. Oris was good, but it left out content from Gen 3 like the Battle Frontier that really should have been in the games, whereas Heart Gold Soul Silver added a ton of features and events. And then Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl were good one-time playthroughs, but the visuals and content in the game were lacking worse than Oris. Makes me nervous about the Black and White remakes at some point, since the remakes are getting worse, and Black and White did not have the best story, as Black and White 2 was way better, but with the GameFreak's track record, they would leave out this story entirely. I hope to be proven wrong, but I do expect disappointment with the next remake. Michael, no! Michael's right. Michael's right, for sure. The remakes are getting worse and worse. I think Fire Red Leaf Green were very good remakes. They improved on Red Blue Yellow. Obviously, Red Blue Yellow, there's too many flaws, just too much wrong with the games. Booty, you like being up here, honey. Daddy loves you. Good kitty girl. You have been up here during the entire session that I've been recording all night, honey. That's okay though. But yeah, Michael's right. It makes me nervous too. It makes me almost not want to get the remakes, because what are you gonna do with the remakes? You know, like, I mean, this would be the year that Black and White remakes would be coming out, because it was 2021 where Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl came out. So are they gonna do that? I don't know. I really don't know. But I would love if they did. Black and White will always be special in my heart, so I think it would be really cool to have that, and I'd really enjoy it. But yeah, I mean, I think it's great. I think we definitely need to hope. I don't think it can be worse than Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, so I think it'd probably get back on the track. But the thing is, what they were so concentrated on making Scarlet and Violet the main thing, they gave it to somebody else to make, you know. So I think that probably was why Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl were so bad. If Game Freak would just do it themselves, I think they would have done a much better job. But beggars can't be choosers. We can't get everything right, you know. Anyway, next up, we have a Demigod Shmurda saying, Pokemon is in desperately need of a difficulty slider. The last few games, aside from Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, have been comically easy, with Scarlet and Violet being the most absurdly easy Pokemon game to date. Is it too much to ask for games with the difficulty of Ultra Sun and Moon and Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl to return? For the record, Ultra Sun and Moon weren't even that hard. They were just the right amount of challenging for me when I did an Ultra Moon Nuzlocke back in the day. But then the games will be too hard for Game Freak's target audience of children. One of their parents posted to Reddit about Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. Cynthia made them cry. Game Freak can't have that. Okay, make the easiest setting of the default. Don't tell players there's a difficulty slider, and put it at the very bottom of the settings menu so that players have to actively seek it out. It's not that complicated. Same with the experience share. Let us turn that shit off, but have it as a default to being on, and hide the ability to turn it off at the bottom of the setting menu. Same with step mode. You literally have to just hit B every time now. Why would you get rid of set mode? The experience here needs to be off, and I think I like literally what Tom. So I'm going to talk about what Breaky JK aka Tom just replied to Demigod Shmurda 2. We'll put that up as well right now. He said they literally had challenge mode in one generation, then we never heard it from again. And then Demigod puts up a challenge mode that wasn't even coded properly. Because guess what? It's higher level Pokemon, but they have the same stats as what they did at those lower levels. Why would you do that? I actually forgot about that until he mentioned it, Demigod. And then I was like, oh, you've got to be kidding me, right? Right? Yeah, that's basically what happened. But anyway, I agree. I think there needs to be some sort of challenge mode again. Done correctly this time. Challenge mode needs to be done correctly. It needs to be having Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, because I loved how many items they had on their Pokemon. I think that was brilliant. I think that they need to do that again. You had Expert Belt Medicham, I think, in Candace's gem. Do that again. It had Bulk Up. Like, just make it more difficult. Like, obviously Medicham should not have been in the Ice Gym, but you know what I mean. I'm just saying. So yeah, basically, I wholeheartedly agree to that. I think we need to definitely 1,000,000% have difficulty sliders, and I think that is about it. I think that's all I have to say. I don't want to keep repeating myself and rambling on. But anyway, this has been Pokemon Hot Takes today. I don't know what's going to be in the title. I don't know what's going to be in the thumbnail. But if you guys have any hot takes in the future, join the Discord. We ask every single Saturday, and I record about Tuesday. And then put them in the comments down below if you don't want to join the Discord. But make sure you guys click the like on the video. Make sure you guys subscribe. We're on the road to 100,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day, and I love you all. Peace.